You are 34 years old. At 6:13 in the morning, your phone vibrates. Plus $1,673.42. You stare at the notification while standing in your kitchen. The coffee machine is still brewing. The sun isn't even up yet. Nobody hired you. Nobody promoted you. Nobody paid you for hours worked. The money arrived while you were asleep. 10 years ago, that number would have felt impossible. 10 years ago, your checking account balance was $291. Your savings account held $0. Your credit card debt was $7,842. Your student loans were $23,517. Your car loan was $14,903. Your net worth was negative $45,971. You remember checking your account every Friday. Not because you enjoyed it. Because you were trying to figure out how much trouble you were in. Your paycheck arrived every 2 weeks. $1,786 after taxes. For about 6 hours, life felt under control. Then the bills arrived. $1,145 rent. $376 car payment. $84 phone bill. $13 streaming service. $241 groceries. $157 restaurants. $118 insurance. $194 minimum debt payments. The money disappeared so quickly it felt like somebody else was spending it. You weren't reckless. That's what made it frustrating. You weren't buying yachts. You weren't gambling. You weren't wasting $10,000 weekends in Las Vegas. You were doing normal things. Normal people were doing normal things. And somehow everybody still felt broke. One afternoon your company announced raises. You received an extra $5,000 per year. Everybody celebrated. One coworker started looking at a $41,000 SUV. Another booked a $4,800 vacation. Another upgraded to a $2,200 apartment. You opened a calculator. After taxes, your raise added roughly $138 per week. Helpful. But not freedom. That night you asked yourself a question. If raises solved money problems, why were people earning $80,000 stressed? Why were people earning $100,000 stressed? Why were people earning $150,000 stressed? The next weekend you sat at your kitchen table. You wrote down every dollar. Checking account, $291. Savings, $0. Credit cards, minus $7,842. Student loans, minus $23,517. Car loan, minus $14,903. Net worth, minus $45,971. The number made you uncomfortable. You almost stopped. Instead, you transferred $100 into an investment account. The transfer felt ridiculous. $100 wasn't changing your life. But it changed your direction. 2 weeks later you invested another $100. Then another. Then another. 6 months later you had invested $2,600. The account was worth $2,749. You made $149. Most people would laugh at that. You didn't. Nobody had paid you that $149. Your assets had. For the first time, money worked harder than you did. At 25, your salary increased from $52,000 to $57,000. Instead of spending the difference, you invested it. An extra $300 per month. Then $400. Then $500. By the end of the year, your investment account reached $8,416. Your emergency fund reached $3,200. Credit card debt fell below $5,000. Nothing looked different from the outside. That was the problem. Nobody congratulates invisible progress. At a birthday dinner, 12 people sat around a table. The conversation was predictable. One friend bought a $48,000 truck. Another booked a $7,200 trip to Europe. Another purchased a condo with a $380,000 mortgage. Then somebody asked what was new with you. You paused. You had reduced debt by $3,000. Built an emergency fund. Invested nearly $10,000. But none of those sounded impressive. So you shrugged. Nothing much. The conversation moved on. You drove home feeling behind. Then you checked your accounts. Investment account, $8,416. Emergency fund, $3,200. Debt falling. Future improving. Maybe the scoreboard everyone used was measuring the wrong game. At 26, temptation arrived. A luxury sedan. Price, $54,900. Monthly payment, $812. The dealership smelled like success. The salesman made everything sound reasonable. Only $812. Only. You sat inside the car. You imagined driving it to work. You imagined coworkers staring. You imagined feeling successful. Then you opened your calculator. $812 invested every month for 10 years. Over $160,000. You handed back the keys. The drive home felt disappointing. For 20 minutes. Then it felt powerful. Nobody knew you had just made a six-figure decision. At 27, your investment account crossed $20,000. At 28, it crossed $35,000. At 29, it crossed $58,000. Nobody noticed. Your friend bought a boat for $29,000. People talked about it for months. You built $38,000 of wealth. Nobody mentioned it once. That's when you learned something important. Attention and progress are not the same thing. The world rewards attention. The future rewards progress. At 30, the economy slowed. Layoffs appeared everywhere. People became nervous. One coworker earning $92,000 admitted he only had $1,700 saved. Another earning $107,000 carried $24,000 of credit card debt. Their incomes sounded impressive. Their finances looked fragile. Then layoffs reached your company. The email arrived on a Thursday. People stopped working. Everyone refreshed inboxes. Several employees disappeared before lunch. One friend lost a job paying $88,000. His rent was $2,900. His truck payment was $944. His credit card balance exceeded $18,000. Within weeks he was borrowing money. Watching it happen changed you. Because for the first time, you weren't scared. Checking account, $12,400. Emergency fund, $17,000. Investments, $84,000. Debt, almost gone. You weren't rich. But you had time. Time is what money secretly buys. Time to think. Time to wait. Time to choose. At 31, your portfolio crossed $100,000. 6 figures. You stared at the screen. Not because of the number. Because you remembered the first $100. The transfer that felt meaningless. You kept investing. $500. $700. $800. $1,000. Month after month. Year after year. The process never became exciting. You simply became disciplined. At 32, your salary reached $78,000. Your investments reached $154,000. Your emergency fund reached $22,000. Your annual investment income crossed $5,000. Think about that. $5,000. Not from working. Not from overtime. Not from a side hustle. $5,000 because assets existed. The idea fascinated you. January paid $318. February paid $347. March paid $384. April paid $406. May paid $431. June paid $457. July paid $491. August paid $526. September paid $571. October paid $603. November paid $642. December paid $681. The numbers kept growing. Slowly. but consistently. At 33, the market crashed. Your account dropped from $198,000 to $167,000. $31,000 disappeared. People panicked. People sold. People complained. You kept buying. $1,000. $1,000. $1,000. Every month. Because assets were cheaper. Months later, the market recovered. Then climbed higher. Your account crossed $220,000. Then $250,000. Then $280,000. One ordinary Tuesday it showed $301,418. You stared at the number. $300,000. Built mostly through consistency. Not brilliance. Consistency. At 34, everything changed. Salary, $85,000. Emergency fund, $31,000. Debt, $0. Credit cards, $0. Student loans, $0. Car loan, $0. Investments, $347,000. Annual investment income, $19,000. Monthly investment income often exceeded $1,500. January, $1,421. February, $1,447. March, $1,488. April, $1,523. May, $1,557. June, $1,601. July, $1,623. August, $1,642. September, $1,658. October, $1,673. The notification appears while coffee is brewing. Plus $1, 673.42. The money itself isn't the important part. The important part is what it represents. 10 years earlier you had $291. Today your assets send money to you. 10 years earlier every bill created anxiety. Today a $700 repair bill is annoying, not devastating. 10 years earlier losing your job would have been a crisis. Today it would be a problem. Not a catastrophe. A problem. That difference changes everything. People think wealth begins at $1 million. They're wrong. Wealth begins when fear starts losing power. When a $500 expense stops ruining your week. When a $1,000 emergency stops ruining your month. When a bad boss stops controlling your future. When options begin appearing. Most people spend their entire lives trying to look successful. A smaller group spends their lives becoming financially secure. The first group gets attention. The second group gets freedom. Attention feels good. Freedom feels better. You think about all the decisions nobody noticed. The vacation you skipped. The car you didn't buy. The apartment you didn't upgrade. The subscriptions you canceled. The investments you made. The months you kept going even when the numbers looked small. Nobody applauded those decisions. Nobody even knew about most of them. And that's exactly why they worked. Because real wealth is usually built in private. $100 at a time. $200 at a time. $500 at a time. One investment. One paycheck. One decision. Repeated thousands of times. Until one ordinary morning. One ordinary kitchen. One ordinary cup of coffee. A notification appears. Plus $1, 673.42. And you realize the person who changed your life wasn't a billionaire. Wasn't a guru. Wasn't a lucky investor. It was simply the version of you who kept sending money toward a future nobody else could see. Including you. Until eventually that future arrived.